KTEH. My name's Elena Whitney. When KTEH announced they were having a garlic recipe contest, the first thing I thought of was my garlic soup of the gods. It has 20 cloves of garlic in it. I'm a fine art consultant, restoration artist, and I love to cook. Over the years, I've watched many cooking shows on KTEH, mastered the techniques and recipes to become a competent chef. So much so that I've decided to open up one of the corrals as a bed and breakfast camp stay for artists. Good food will be a very important part of the stay. Let's go make some good food. Garlic, soup of the gods. I will be back here. I'm going to move things around just so I can get a good view. And then I'll have my things here. I will be here. We're ready to go. For this recipe you will need 1 pound of Italian sausage, 1 cup of chopped celery, 1 cup of onions chopped, 20 cloves of garlic, olive oil, salt, pepper to taste, 2 large cans of tomatoes, 2 large cans of chicken stock, 1 cup Parmesan cheese. Working on chopping the vegetables here. I want to tilt my head this way, I think. I look good looking that way, but I also look good looking this way. So pour the food in there. Lovely. This is good. This is a place with a pot and things. Thank you.
We are now chopping our vegetables. This is where a good knife comes in handy.
Peel the outer shell. Cut little furrows. So again, the reason you have a good chopping knife is this. Chop all your onions. 1 cupful. It's about the size of an Italian sausage. I like it filled with anise seeds. If you find one that doesn't have enough anise in it, put a teaspoon of your own in it. I crumble this sausage beforehand into 1-inch cubes. Wise to invest in a good bread knife, because this is how you cut bread with it. Regular knife. For some reason, it's no bread. Dinner parties. You can large cans of tomatoes by cutting off the hard end of them, and then we simply break them up. I also grated the Parmesan cheese. I like a 24-month aged Parmesan cheese. It's nutty, rich in flavor, and we're going to add it to the end of our soup. Cloves of garlic. I like to cut the bottom off the clove. Head. See? Gets rid of it all. That way we can just peel the clove. And slice it. Now, for 20 cloves of garlic, you will need at least 3, maybe 4 heads. This is where your good knife comes in here. Sliced to pieces about this size. Favorite pan. I use a large pot. Add the olive oil to the pan. Let it warm up. It needs that time. Next thing we're going to add, we've already prepped everything, so this soup is fairly easy to assemble. You'll hear it sizzling. Delicious. You're going to let that cook. Get a good wooden spoon. Keep it moving in the pan. You have a high heat, and you're going to need that moving, or else it will burn. You don't want that. You want it to be cooking. If the heat's high, take it off the stove. Put it on the stove. Since I live on a ranch, back. We are gently simmering our sausage, sautéing in the pan. Next we are going to add our chopped onions. Since we've already prepped this soup, most of the cooking skills will be in your ability to pour into a pan correctly. You can hear it changing as you're cooking. It goes from a slow simmer to a delicious sizzle. We poured our onions in. Next step, the celery. The celery. The celery adds a wonderful flavor to this soup. And now you hear it change. We'll saute all of these ingredients together for a few minutes. Then we'll add our sliced garlic. Sliced and ready to go. We're putting it in the pan. Giving it a good stir. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes for this to saute together, and it will be perfect. The sausage, the onion, the celery, and the garlic have been sauteed. It smells amazing. Now we're going to add our tomatoes. These are 2 large cans of tomatoes, crushed. Oh, what happened to our sound? Completely died down. It's creating its own wonderful self. Now we are going to add our chicken stock. Remember, it's 2 large cans. Really changed. Now we are going to add our bread. Now we're going to add that we've cubed. There will be 10 cups of this. Each handful is about a cup. I like to use the sweet French bread for this. 8, 9, 10, and 1 for the pot. I do put about 2 cups of sourdough French bread in here also. The sweet French bread is wonderful. Let it mix. And let it cook. And that's it. For 45 minutes we will have a delicious soup. We will have garlic, soup of the gods. The one thing we need to add, after you add your bread, salt and pepper. Nicely done. Boil. The soup is ready. It's transformed itself. Now I'm going to add a cup of Parmesan cheese. It will melt right in there. I will turn off my soup at this point. It smells divine. Must be soup of the gods. I'm going to keep stirring that cheese. It's important. Give it 5 minutes. We'll come back and serve. It's been 45 minutes. It's time to try the soup. I like to put a little sprinkling of Parmesan cheese and a drizzle of olive oil on it. Olive oil first. Now the cheese. Let's see what's happened to our soup. bread has melted and the garlic has mellowed. It's delicious. It's surprising how good this is. It's a relatively easy soup to make. And the sausage, I like the way we chunked it up. That way you get a little bit of every bite. A piece of sausage. This is delicious. Make it yourself. Garlic, soup of the gods.